Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young, September 3rd, first September edition in 2020. And what a beautiful afternoon it is. It's a little on the humid side, and I got an awesome guest to kick off September, a beautiful model, singer, and I think she might have done some acting. We're going to find that out. If not, that's fine too. But before we get there, I got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence with the show officially. So, we got a few tonight. Some new ones, most of the old great ones that we've had prior to this time. So we have Auto Country, King of the Used Car in Abington. We got Smoke and Ashes Tobacco Company, and they have stores in Whitman, Abington, Hanson, Weymouth, and Pembroke. We got Sesh Wellness and Accessories in East Bridgewater. We got Johnny Macaroni's Restaurants at 3 locations, 2 in East Bridgewater, 1 in Halifax. We got T. Martini and Son Floor Covering in Abington. No job is too big or too small. We got Chapin Sheds in Whitman. We got Easton Fitness right here in Northeastern in the Village Shops. We got the Doggy Boutique run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. Great to have them back. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got Sweezy Fence Erectors in Whitman. We got Comfort Upholstery in East Bridgewater. We got Big Lee's Automotive in Abington. We got a new one, ABC Tech Squad Auto Sales in Abington. We got C&J Auto Body in Stoughton, and we got MDI Auto Brokers and Repair in Whitman, home of the fully certified used car. And I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, now we will start the show officially. Here we go. Okay, again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Topic Time in September of 2020. It's been an incredibly wild year, and for Topic Time, it's never been better. And I hope that's going for everybody out there. And I know that's wishful thinking, but sometimes you just got to wish harder than usual, and I do. But right now, got to focus your eyes on my lovely guest here. This is Kate Graves. She's from the Nutmeg State or Constitution State of Connecticut, if you will. She's a model, she's a singer, she's a writer, and she looks like she takes good care of herself. I assume she's into fitness, which is good because we like having fit people on the show. So first of all, Kate, I want to thank you for coming up here.
Thank you.
Being on Topic Time with me tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, so like what I do with all my guests, and we're going to listen to possibly a little original performance of you on the piano playing and singing about halfway through the show.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful. Obviously, you can't lug a piano in here, but you got your boyfriend who's very large, and he might have been able to lift it, but we didn't go over that before we started the show, and that's fine. But first of all, like I said, what I do with all my guests is I try to profile them as best I can, find out what they were like growing up and how they got to where they're at. So tell me about that. Where did you grow up, and what were you like as a kid, and what were your interests, your aspirations, your goals, your successes and your failures, and if I have any questions, I'll fire them in, and then we'll take it from there. So. Go ahead.
So, I was the defiant child.
What's that?
I was the defiant child.
Okay.
The rebellious
Me too.
kid.
I can relate.
Very imaginative.
How so were you imaginative? I mean, I was imaginative too, but I mean, did you have like science fiction type fantasies of time travel, space travel?
Oh, I probably knew about parallel universes when I was 6.
You knew about which?
Parallel universes.
Me too.
When I was 6
Actually,
years
I didn't
old.
learn about it until I was 10, but so that's cool.
When I was little, I used to just pretend I could talk to nature, and by the time I was like 10, I would fill notebooks with stories and writing and journals.
Cool.
And poems.
Okay. So that's true. I can relate. Now I'm guessing. Now my parents have a big library in their house, and I'm guessing yours probably did too in your house. And you probably looked at a lot of the books, and you thought. And I mean, you're telling me what you're telling me reminds me of myself in many ways, because I looked at those books and I said, boy, if I could just write a book, it would be great. And then I did it. I did write a couple of books years later. But did that kind of come to pass for you as well?
I have not written a book yet. I am working on that. I actually write scripts.
Okay, scripts for what? Films?
Films.
Okay.
Films, and I used to write just, for acting class, I used to write scenes and everything like that.
Acting class in high school or college?
I took acting class as an adult in Philadelphia.
Cool.
I lived in Philadelphia for 3 years.
Did you grow up in Philadelphia?
Did I
Did you
go
grow up
out?
there before you moved to Connecticut?
I lived in Connecticut and I moved there for 3 years when I turned 20.
So you went to school in Philadelphia for acting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What school did you go to there?
It was just a Kenneth John McGregor's master acting class. It was just a personal class, not a college.
But you went down there to learn, take acting classes for 3 years, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So, well, tell me about that. Have you acted in any films or plays or whatever, or music videos?
I did a few independent style films. I was in one where I had a student film where I had a magic camera and I caught a serial killer with my magic camera.
You caught a witch?
A serial killer with my magic camera.
Okay, a serial killer. That's awesome. Did you write that?
I did not write that, no.
Okay, but still.
Sounds like something along the lines I would write, though.
It is awesome.
And then I also would do, I did a play that was a comedy in New Jersey.
Okay. In Jersey?
Jersey,
Okay.
in Camden, New Jersey.
Hamden, yeah. Okay. Camden, it's Camden, not Hamden.
Camden, yes.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's interesting because from what I hear of Camden, it's kind of a humble city. It's kind of rough and it's a rough area.
It's considered a rough area, but we did a play and it actually drew in a lot of people and it was a comedy. It was all, and I actually sang in it as well.
Oh, that's awesome. How long ago did you do this?
Oh, that was probably years ago.
Like you said, a year ago.
Oh, it was years ago.
Years ago?
Well,
you don't look that old. I mean,
I'm older than I look.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm turning 30 at the end of this year. Yes.
Wow. Well, you're still half my age, but that's interesting. I would never have guessed that. Okay, so in your 30 years, nearly 30 years, you've done some pretty cool stuff. Obviously, what was the comedy about? Give me a little synopsis of that. The play. In Camden.
The comedy play I was in was called Made to Laugh.
Okay.
And it was basically we made fun of celebrities in it. Like
Okay.
there was a girl that pretended she was Shakira. One of my best friends in Philadelphia was Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, no
and
kidding.
I played a sister wife.
You actually know Lindsay Lohan from Phil? You met her?
No.
Oh, okay.
She
you're making
played
fun of her.
Lindsay Lohan. Like
played Lindsay
pretended.
Lohan?
Not me, my friend.
Your friend
and
did.
then I played her sister wife in another scene.
I know the sister. She had like a reality show a few years ago, and the sister was in it. I remember that. But the sister was younger. But you're probably younger. Lindsay Lohan was born in 1986, so you've got to be younger than that.
I'm younger than.
A little bit,
I don't
yeah.
know how old Lindsay Lohan is.
Yeah,
actually.
but Lindsay Lohan's sister was younger than she was. But that's fine. I guess you were a fictional sister of Lindsay Lohan, not a real one.
It was a different scene, but it was a scene where the same character turned into my sister wife. It was a very random play.
Okay, that's great. Did you make fun of any comedians?
I don't think so. I don't think we made fun of like singing shows. Like I was a contestant on a singing show.
You made fun of who?
Singing shows, like
Okay.
American Idol and stuff like that.
How about Sarah Silverman? Did you make fun of her? Do you know who she is?
We did not make fun of Sarah Silverman, no.
Do you know who she is?
I know who she is,
She's
yeah.
my cousin.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Oh,
I
cool.
was hoping you made fun of her.
No, I didn't make fun of her.
That's
I
too
didn't write
bad.
it, so.
That's too bad, but you didn't know. If I had directed the play, you would have made fun of her.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. I mean, it's all in fun.
Next play, we'll write
it's
it
okay
in.
when it's in the family, right? You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about that? So this was a few years ago, and what did you do? And that's wonderful. So what did you do with your acting after that? And then let's parlay it into modeling. You obviously do that too. Or when did that start?
For modeling, it's a very unique way I got into modeling. I did modeling before, and I did like shows and promotional modeling. I actually ended up making a good income from hair modeling.
Wow. Well, I can see why. You got beautiful hair.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
I think it was more so the fact that I was more open to like hacking my hair off and doing weird things with it.
Okay.
So my first hair modeling thing ever,
When you say hair modeling, do you mean you cut your hair off and sold it? Or did
So-
you show your face with your hair under it?
hair modeling, you go to an audition
Okay.
and they tell you what they want to do to your hair. It's hairstylists.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And
Okay.
they'll be like, so I want to shave your head off and give you like cheetah leopard prints in it or something and dye it green.
Okay.
And you'll be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do it. And then they'll decide if they're going to pick you or not. And my first one I actually booked was for Wella and Sebastian hair. It was a pretty big one. But I remember being so nervous because I was like the only actual short girl there. There was actually like 6-foot models there.
Okay.
And I was just
yeah,
like,
but they like tall ones, but that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But what was that's got nothing to do with hair, though. I mean, short or tall,
No.
your hair's the same either way, right? I mean, I would
Right,
think so.
right.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, where was this?
That was in New York City.
New York. So you've been you've been down the proverbial column for in the big time in terms of like entertainment in the geographical sense, being that New Jersey, New York, and so where else have you, performed in either entertainment with acting or modeling? Anywhere else? I mean, just up and down from Philadelphia to New England. Is that it?
When I was younger, I did some plays in Connecticut. And
Connecticut, yep.
I also, this isn't acting or modeling, I recorded with a producer in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Or Santa Clarita a while back, a few times.
Is that what you're going to put on? Is that what we're going to see today?
That is actually not the song. I have a different song.
You're a different one, okay.
That is just me playing, me
okay,
writing.
That's great.
I was like co-writing with people in Los Angeles.
That is so cool. Okay, so I noticed on Facebook you're a deep thinker. What do you just write? What type of poetry do you write? I actually wrote a book of poems when I was 19 in 1978. So and it did very well. A lot of people loved it, and I still have it. But tell me about your type of poetry. Or unless you want to recite one, go ahead.
I don't even know.
You can't remember.
I have
that's
it.
fine.
I mean, maybe it's on my phone. I feel like it's just like raw emotions. Whatever is in my head that day, I write.
Okay, that's good.
And I think you saw my Facebook. I've written a lot about mental health and everything because I've been diagnosed with bipolar.
Okay, I did not know that.
So
I got autism, so that's pretty awesome. Let me tell you, I think it's great having this and still being able to do what we do.
Right. And I think like writing, creating is a way of expressing that. So
that's absolutely it.
Having an outlet.
It is an outlet, and it's a great, and it's healthy too. Now, physically, do you work out regularly? I mean, you look like you keep yourself in shape.
I do. So during pandemic, that was like the worst for me because I like to go to the gym 24/7.
Right.
And
okay.
I did not make a gym at my house yet.
Okay.
So I just got started. Back into the routine of going back to the gym every day.
Okay.
Which is a whole thing now because you have to wear masks and be
course.
12 feet apart at all times at the
Maybe
gym.
it's time to invest in something from a sporting goods store at your house.
I know. I want to build a gym in my house.
I work out every day. I have weights in my garage and a home gym from Dick's Sporting Goods in my office.
Yeah.
And I'm a vegan too, so I don't know if you are, but I don't eat meat. I've been a vegetarian more than half my life, and for 38 years and since 1982, and a vegan for almost 10 years since 2011. And I would recommend a vegan diet to anybody.
Yeah, I've heard vegan has benefits to it. I've been doing the pescatarian diet right now. So
okay.
It's like fish and eggs only, no meat.
Okay.
Really.
All right. Well, so what are your projects you're currently working on?
So right now,
I know the pandemic has slowed things down, but are you back doing anything?
So my boyfriend and I have been writing in our house. We actually have a little home studio.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of, I want to call it a rock play. It almost sounds like we're writing.
Sounds like Hair.
But
remember that play from the 60s?
Yeah. It sounds like a rock play we're writing. It's got a very theatrical rock vibe to it.
Cool. Well, is he musically inclined as well?
Oh, he definitely is.
Good.
He's a theater kid.
Sure. Cool. That's awesome.
So.
Okay, so that's going on at your house, and you have like a platform for acting at your house. Is that it? Or a studio? You said you're building it. You're currently building it, or you've completed it already?
We have like a mini music studio.
Okay.
At our house. It's not like nothing like grand or anything. We're actually in the process of moving out.
Oh, that's right.
In 2 months.
You said you're moving in
so
November.
we have everything up, but we have to take it all back down.
Okay.
We're moving to Indiana.
India?
Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
India would be a big one.
Oh, it would be. Okay, why are you moving down there? What's out there?
So my boyfriend's brother lives there. He works for Sweetwater Music.
Okay.
And we might have an opportunity.
So you're gonna have you're gonna up your ante in a music career. Is that it?
Yeah, there's a huge music scene in Indiana. So.
I didn't know that. I thought it was either Nashville or Nashville mostly, but or New York or L.A. mostly, or maybe some places like
that's
like other venues.
It's kind of like an unheard music scene. It's in Fort Wayne. We're moving.
Well, I know what you're going to do. You're going to set a trend when you get there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll buy a theater when we get there.
That's why. That sounds wonderful. Okay, and so that's why it's going to be great that we're going to be able to watch your music video here on the show, because it's going to help you really launch that career of yours when you move out there. I'm hoping. I feel pretty confident that it will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so how long do you spend writing like on average? Every day, you think?
So it has to just like come to me. So I'm one of those people that has to have like notes on my phone and like pages on my phone just in case I like have to pull over while I'm driving.
Okay.
And like just like, hold on, wait 1 second, I have to write this down.
Okay, so I hope you know that you pull over first.
I do pull over.
All right,
I pull
that's
over.
good. Great. Okay, that's safer. At least you won't, you shouldn't get
Not
hurt.
right. I'm not writing songs while I'm driving.
So you
Maybe in my
basically-
head.
You basically think you write every day, pretty much, right?
I do write all the time.
Wow. I mean, I'm a writer too. I wrote a book of short stories in the 90s, and then I was glad I could go out selling it, and I did pretty well. Got a little TV news coverage back in 2002. And so you write scripts and you write poems. Have you ever tried writing a story or a novel? But you say you're working on a book now, right?
I want to write a book, yes.
And what type of book would it be?
I like writing fantasy.
Which kind?
Fantasy?
Fantasy, okay.
Like,
Yeah, I obviously have a great
make-believe.
imagination. Tell me about when you first discovered the parallel universes. What were they about? Just sort of let's get just
This is
interwove your mind a little bit.
This is a weird conversation, but like
That's good. That's what we want.
when I was little, I'd be like, Dad, there's a ghost, and he'd be like, Nah, it's just a parallel universe. Don't worry about it. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
Well, they say there really
he'd
are like
ex-
11 different universes. Wow.
yeah, he'd explain to me that you're just seeing stuff from another universe. It's not a ghost.
Well, guess what?
And-
Right now, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to look at something by Kate Graves, our wonderful guest, a little music production of original rendition, and then we'll be right back. So stay tuned, folks.
Standing in a crowded room, what am I really doing? Maybe it's time I leave before I'm disappointed again. I don't know what I was thinking, hoping for something like magic. The whole world could turn around and change in one night. Looking for familiar faces, staring into empty spaces. Where did I go wrong? Where do I belong? And who'll believe in me?
So the song I actually wrote a long time ago. I'm revamping it.
You want to give the title? What was the title? I
The
wasn't sure.
song that I'm going to show is
Well, we
it's
already
called
saw it.
"Don't
basically.
Give Up on Me."
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, in other words, once it's edited in, then we'll have seen it, even though we didn't. I know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like we just took a break to watch it, but the editing will come later.
Okay.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. All right. Don't give up on me. All right. That's fine. We can edit out the part of the show where he said, "What was the name of the song?" If you want. That way, you'll just say, "That was Don't Give Up on Me." So say that was Don't Give Up.
That was "Don't Give Up on Me."
Oh, that was awesome. Okay. So tell me about that. What inspired you to write that?
It was a song about basically life and not fitting in, and who will believe in me when
Okay.
I don't believe myself or something.
Okay, that's great. And when did you write that? How long ago?
I started writing it when I was a teenager, actually.
Okay.
And then
Wow.
I'm rewriting it now.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's obvious to me that stuff that you have on the back burner is always accessible to, for later stuff, to reassess it and create it and make it more enriching. And that's pretty awesome that you're able to do that.
Yeah, it's just like things I go through and I'm like, wait a second, I could do something with that again.
Yeah,
Or
that's awesome.
revisit it.
Okay. Yeah, and then eventually you're very patient. Obviously, like a fine wine, you have to age it, or let it. You have to stomp the grapes a little more and flatten them until you feel it's ready, and then only then, after you've run it by all your best friends and yourself, maybe 100 times, do you realize it's either ready to go or not ready to go, and then you have to work on it again. And it takes a special craftsman to be able to do that, or a craftsperson to be able to have that patience. because a lot of times there's quite a bit of frustration involved in being creative too. You don't feel you've accomplished something that you want to, but obviously in your case, you just throw all that to the wind and just keep at it, and eventually, you throw stuff on the wall and it sticks like gold, and then next thing you know, you're where you want to be, and on it goes, right? That's kind of what I get.
Right. I feel like when you're writing a song, it's kind of making yourself vulnerable to everybody else. Like you're like, am I ready to put this out there yet? And then especially when it's like your baby, you're kind of like, is it perfect enough yet to like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? You could always
Right.
take it apart again and do something else with it.
That's
So-
right. No, I totally get that. That's really cool. And all right. So now going forward, when you go to you say that you're going to you're going to go to a studio in Indiana and you're going to work on some stuff down there. You're going to present what you have already to the people that you're going to be seeing. Is that it? And hope that it
Well, I'm hoping
gets recognized.
we're hoping to
Picked up.
record at Sweetwater since
That's the name of the studio.
it's where my boyfriend's brother works. We're
Okay.
hoping to record there, possibly. We're going to present our songs to like a full band.
That's so cool. Now here's the thing. Now you're moving though, and now so you're in the process of building a studio, right? But you're going to be gone. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to build another one?
I mean, we're taking all of our stuff with us, yeah.
Oh, okay. The studio's
I
portable.
mean, maybe it's not like a full studio yet. Maybe we'll take a closet and make it a sound
Okay,
booth.
that's awesome.
Make a sound booth out of a closet.
Now, in terms of like, have you ever created like a CD from? I know you got something on YouTube, but when it comes to like creating a song, usually there's a lot of mixing and editing that's involved. Do you not edit? Are you good at editing sound and whatnot? Or do you do any editing of any kind?
I mess with it.
And video editing as well, I'm asking too.
I mess with it. I wouldn't say I'm a professional.
No, I
at
understand
it.
that, but I mean, how good are you at it? I mean, are you learning more as you go?
I'm learning. I would say I'm learning more. I would definitely still have someone else.
Okay, did
to
you ever take a
finish
course for
final editing?
video editing?
I actually was just talking about that in the car. I want to take
I always say
film.
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I want to
okay.
take film photography, and then I wanted to take dance again. I used to dance. as
Dance
well.
too. Are you a dancer? Have you done?
I used to dance, but
Not anymore? Well, you get back to it. You're pretty limber, I'd say.
I took ballet,
Okay.
hip
As a
hop,
kid?
and ballroom dancing.
And when you were a little kid? or
Ballet, I
more
was
recently?
really young. Hip
Okay.
hop, I wasn't. I was like an adult, and
Okay.
then ballroom dancing, I took as an adult as well.
That's awesome. Okay. And all that stuff really keeps you in shape too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to stay in
Of
shape.
course it is. Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, let me ask you this: you ever tried stand-up comedy? Just wondering. Would you ever think of it?
I think I'm funny. I don't know if everyone else thinks I'm
Well, then
funny.
you're not gonna know unless you try it, are you?
I could try,
That's
maybe.
what I'm saying. I mean, you might as well. You're gonna go out. You're gonna be traveling the country. See do an open mic somewhere between here and Indiana, or even when you get there. I mean, there's plenty of those available, right?
Maybe not. Maybe.
You spend all this time writing. You might as well make it more multifaceted. I always tell every guest that I have in here, the more multifaceted you are, the more opportunities you're gonna have. Right?
Why
And
not?
there's nothing wrong with berating your friends and your loved ones and yourself if you do it in a way that's that cracks people up. It's all there is to it. I mean, that 98% of comedians are the ones that are not afraid to laugh at themselves.
True.
And
True.
I'm wondering are you someone like that? You think?
I mean, I have no choice but to laugh at myself. I'm really awkward. So
Okay.
I'm the person that trips on nothing.
You trip on nothing?
I trip on nothing.
Okay,
yeah.
well, right there, that's comical right there. I mean, think about that. I mean, if you put that concept before people, they're going to say, "Oh, I trip over my shoelaces, but she trips on nothing." That's even funnier. I mean, the idea is you want to create a concept in people's minds that's original, and that taught, and then whatever foolishness that they were involved in, yours is even more foolish, and that makes it. And that's when you get the laughs, and that's when they want you to come back and do another gig.
True.
Yeah.
True. I
And
have plenty of
I
awkward
don't
stories.
even know anything about the industry, and I'm just speaking off the top
I
of
know.
my head. I'm speaking to someone who, if I was in the audience, that's what I'd want.
Yeah, it's something you can relate to. It's always what you want to
took the
hear.
words right out of my gullet. Exactly, something you can relate to, and something that not only that you can relate to, something that people might not even talk about too much. But when you say it, it's like, oh, that's absolutely right. That's something I can relate to. But it's not something I dare speak it. She's got gumption that she speaks in it. That she's speaking about something that I wouldn't dare speak about because people would think I was a fool or whatever. But that doesn't mean you're a fool. It means that gets people, that stimulates people's laughing buds, and that's the way
Yeah,
it should
just
be.
telling the truth. This is
Right.
what happens.
Exactly. Okay. So what? Okay. So have you performed? What did you do in LA? You said you did something out there. You were in a film.
No, I
Or you were
recorded
some music songs,
a
music
few
out there?
songs out there. I recorded co-wrote a song with a producer, Michael Raphael,
Okay.
in Santa Clarita, which is right outside LA.
Okay.
And it was a song I actually started writing on GarageBand.
Okay.
And we ended up recording it. Funny story, when I flew to LA to record this song, I ended up really sick. And I had a migraine for a week and
Okay.
vertigo. I actually like tripped into the studio.
Over nothing.
Over nothing.
There you go.
Over nothing. I tripped into the studio over nothing. I couldn't see.
Okay.
I recorded, and then I ended up in the hospital at the end of
no.
the week with a seizure.
Oh.
But I still recorded it. So
Wow. Well, how are you? Are you safe now? Are you healthy? You seem
I'm
healthy.
fine. Nothing was wrong.
Okay.
They just said I had a migraine.
Oh, just that, and it caused a seizure, really?
How
long ago was this?
A little over a year ago.
Okay.
Maybe I don't think I've been on. Oh, I have been on a plane since. That's a lie.
Been on what since? Plane?
I was gonna say I haven't been on a plane since because I was afraid to
Okay,
get
you
on
think,
a plane.
you think the plane
but
caused the problem?
So the altitude, the changing
Yeah, that's
can mess
true. That's
up.
like when you're in an
can
elevator and it
actually-
goes up too fast.
Yep, it can affect that and give you a migraine
Yeah,
and vertigo.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm glad you're okay now. And guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes
Okay.
of the show. So what I want you to do, and I hope we covered it as much as we could cover, you know, with you, and you know, with the song and stuff, we'll possibly looking at some of your pictures too. I want you to give shouts out to all the people that are going to see this, including, he's right there, your boyfriend, but then your family members and friends or whatever. And then we'll wrap the show up. So go ahead.
Shout out to my mom, my dad, who are definitely going to watch this, and all my friends that are all over in every state, in Philly and LA and New York. And yeah, watch this. And
Watch
I hope
this.
you enjoy it.
They'll enjoy it. Now, the other thing I always ask every guest is, if you had fun with me tonight, if you have friends that are in entertainment, and I assume you know a few people that I haven't had on the show, please pass the word along about Topic Time so I can, you know, so they can contact me so I can get them in here.
Yeah.
Or wherever, in the other locations where I do the show. Because that's, you know, most of my guests come from Facebook, but the big 2% is word of mouth. I've got, you know, the 10 years I've been doing the show, a lot of the guests have come via that route. So that would really be great if you could do that.
I definitely have some creatives that could.
I hope you had fun with me tonight.
I did.
Okay, and I hope we
fun.
did make the half hour go by fast. I hope he had fun watching us. He looks like he's asleep over there, but I'm kidding, not really.
He works hard.
I know, I'm sure he does. I'm sure you all, I know you both do. Okay, well, on that note, great job. Listen, and good luck with what, you know, your future endeavors. I can't wait to, you know, hear your songs on maybe one of the music channels, see you perform on one of the star shows like America's Got Talent or whatever.
Maybe.
You might find yourself on there. And remember you got a pretty good start here with me, and that's it. So on that note, are you ready to wrap it up as we began it? With the
Sure.
Okay, folks,
We're
thanks for
gonna
watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Take care. And here we go. That's it. Some of the guests, they don't do it at the beginning, but at the end, they're all psyched out, so they can't help it.